welcome to another episode of Utah Crossbow Hunter, where today we're going to take just a little bit of a break from talking about home defense weapons. We're going to talk about home defense arrows. We're going to talk about that a little bit. But first, remember, hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell icon. Hit that comments. Make a comment. I appreciate y'all comments that you guys might have. So go ahead and do that right now. Go ahead. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. Also, you can contact me at, send me an email at utahcrossbowhunter@icloud.com. Visit my website at www.utahcrossbowhunter.com, where you find all my videos that I post. And again, thank you for watching. So without any further ado, let's get into today's episode. Okay, so we're going to be talking about arrows and broadheads and field tips for home defense. Again, I can't tell you what to use or anything like that. That's going to be up to you on how you do that. But also remember, go back and watch my first video where I talk about a little bit about laws with home defense according to your state, your county, your city, or whatever. You always want to check into those before you do anything else. So, just a real quick recap, though. In my first episode, we did talk about crossbows themselves. And there's, of course, different types of crossbows. You got the recurve crossbow and you got the compound crossbow. And the cumbersome of them. And then my last episode that I did, we talked about the pistol crossbow. But I do have one more crossbow that we're going to be talking about in the next episode of Utah Crossbow Hunter. So let's get started into arrows. Okay, so we all know we have the common 20-inch arrow, 18-inch arrow, 22-inch arrow, 16-inch arrows. So we have quite a variance of arrows that you can use. But again, it's going to depend on your crossbow and what you use. This particular one, you can see I have my thorn broadhead on here. This is my hunting arrow that I have on this one here. And then, of course, I got the field tip on this arrow. Those are 20-inch arrows. Now, for my pistol crossbow, I have these 6-inch, I was going to call them 6, they're like 6.3 inches long for my crossbows. This one has a field tip on it. This one has a 7/8 inch broadhead on it. So, yeah, this thing is pretty wicked itself. It's pretty sharp. It really is. But these ones here are for my pistol crossbow. Now, what would I use in my pistol crossbow? Yeah, this is my preference. What I would, if I was to use the pistol crossbow for home defense, I would be using the 7/8 inch tip. Okay, this one here, it's a good tip, but the difference in these, obviously, is the damage that you can do with these. Now, this is just my opinion. There's no scientific things out there that I know of, but I think this one is going to go through things a little bit better than this one. This one here, you can see, if you look at it, let's see if I can get this. It's gonna, if it goes into something, it's gonna cause damage. But is it going to cause as much damage as this? In my opinion, this is going to cause more damage to somebody if you're using it for self-defense. Just like these. This is going to make a small, we'll call it a pinhole, just for argument's sake. A pinhole. Could this go through somebody? Absolutely. It can go right through somebody. But again, is it going to cause a lot of damage? No, that's my opinion. This one here, again, they come in, we all know broadheads come in different sizes. And so you got your fixed blade and you got your mechanical blade. This one here is, let's see, it's a, what was it, a little over an inch, 2-inch cut or something like that. I don't remember off the top of my head, but is this going to cause more damage to somebody? Absolutely. Okay, but the only problem with broadheads, mechanical broadheads, is once they hit close, they're going to open up. That's going to be a drawback. This one here hits close, it's probably going to go right through it with no problem. But with the amount of, so we'll say 400 feet per second, this is really going to cause some heavy damage to somebody. But again, it's going to be up to you on what you use for an arrow on for home defense. And again, it's close quarters, open area. There's going to be a big difference on that. Now, just to get off that a little bit, we're going to talk a little bit about sights. Now, we know we have, I'm not going to bring out a bunch of sights or anything like that. We all know about sights. You got your fixed sights, you got your red dots, you got your lasers, you got your, and different things like that. They come in all sizes. They come in price range. Like this one here that I have for my pistol. I don't even remember who made this. There's nothing on here, but cheap. I think I paid $30 for this one here, for this red dot. So let me put it. So they again, depending on your budget, is what you're going to use. Red dots, and like I say, lasers that you can put on your crossbows and stuff. Again, you got to remember what your regulations are in your state laws on lasers, but most of them are more towards hunting. They don't say really anything about home defense, whether it's on your gun or a crossbow. They really don't. So lasers are good, but they're only good for so far out. Okay, the lower end is probably going to be 10-15 yards. The upper end is probably going to be 100-200 yards. I don't know. I'm not familiar with lasers. I don't use lasers. Personally, I really never played around with lasers, but because I know they're a little bit harder to sight in. But with that said, again, it's going to be up to you what you want to use on your crossbow, your pistol crossbow, for whatever type of sight that you want to use on your weapon. Because remember, this here can kill too. Absolutely. But if you're a hardcore hunter that likes to go out and go after small game, like rabbits, squirrels, raccoons, or whatever, with a pistol crossbow, you'll probably want maybe something more on the upper end, a little bit, maybe middle range, to get a good ethical shot. But when it comes to obviously to combat, you always want to. Your obviously goal is to have a good ethical shot to protect yourself and your family. But again, that's totally up to you on what you want to do. Because we always know they got somebody that's going to say, shoot the wound, shoot your gun in your air. Gee, who was that? Who said that? So we all know who that was or is. But I'm not going to go, again, I'm not going to go down the politic line. It's not what this show's about. But again, that's just a little bit of insight on what I would recommend. I would recommend, something like this. And again, these arrows here, they're cheap. But there is plastic ones out there, and there's these aluminum ones here. The only thing with these aluminum ones here is that these tips, when you're practicing, these tips can break off really easy. But they're cheap. They're really cheap. But the plastic ones are even cheaper, lighter, and I would not use them. I got some, I tested some, and they were lousy. To be honest with you, they were lousy. I did not like them, so I put them away. But, for a rainy day, yeah. But for practicing, maybe indoors, yeah, maybe. They're like, let me see. Let me get my scale here, and I'll weigh these here because I know the plastic ones weigh about 80 grains, so there's really no force behind those. But okay, here we go. Okay, this one here weighs 141 grains. 141 grains compared to 80 grains. And now the one with the broadhead, it comes in at 177 grains. So you're getting a lot of kinetic energy behind these. And you're getting a lot of kinetic energy behind these, but obviously you're going to get more kinetic energy behind this. And maybe I think I did a video a while back on the kinetic energies on those, but maybe I'll update that video in the near future on the kinetic energies on those. They're like, I could be wrong, more than likely I'm wrong, but they were like 6, 7, 8 in kinetic energy, but that's still enough to do some heavy damage to somebody. Okay, so I hope you got something out of this. Again, hit me up in the comments below, and we'll I'll get back to you as soon as possible. But I hope you got something out of this video. Again, this is part 3 of crossbows for home defense. So this has been really a fun video, some videos to put together. I really enjoyed doing it. But again, if you guys got something that you want to see me do, shoot me an email, hit me up in the comments. Greatly appreciate it. So until next time, remember, family first. Take care of your family. By all means, get out there and hunt. And see you on the next episode of Utah Crossbow Hunter.